Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Morgan and this is Becoming a Therapist. For today's study vlog, I'm going through a lot of National Counselor Exam concepts. So get cozy, get a warm beverage, and let's get studying. All right, let's do this. Group leadership styles. Authoritarian or directive. The leader makes decisions and controls the group. This is often used in situations requiring structure. Democratic or participative. The leader encourages group participation in decision-making and fosters a collaborative environment. Laissez-faire, or non-directive. The leader takes a hands-off approach, allowing group members to take control and responsibility. Erikson's psychosocial stages. Stage 1 is trust versus mistrust. This is from birth to 18 months. Stage 2 is autonomy versus shame and doubt. This is 18 months to 3 years. Stage 3 is initiative versus guilt. This is age 3 to 5. Stage 4 is industry versus inferiority. This is 6 to 11. Stage 5 is identity versus confusion. This is age 12 to 18. Stage 6 is intimacy versus isolation. This is age 18 to 40 roughly. Stage 7 is generativity versus stagnation. This is age 40 to 65 roughly. Stage 8 is integrity versus despair. This is age 65 plus. Group dynamics. Cohesion is the sense of solidarity and connection among group members, often leading to greater group effectiveness. Norms are the unwritten rules and expectations that govern behavior within the group. Resistance is behaviors that block progress within the group, such as members refusing to participate or challenging the process. Transference and countertransference in groups operates in a way that's similar to the way it does in individual therapy, where members or the leader can project feelings onto one another. Group roles. There's task roles, roles that help the group achieve its goals. So like the initiator or the coordinator. Maintenance roles are roles that help maintain the group's interpersonal relationships. This could be an encourager or a harmonizer. Blocking roles are roles that hinder group progress, often involving negative behaviors. This could be an aggressor or blocker. Kohlberg's moral development stages. The first level is the pre-conventional level. This is typically ages 4 to 10. Stage 1 is obedience and punishment. Children obey the rules to avoid punishment. Stage 2 is individualism and exchange. Children recognize that others have different viewpoints and act in their own self-interest. The conventional level is typically ages 10 to 13. Stage 3 is good interpersonal relationships. Adolescents act to gain approval from others and maintain relationships. Stage 4 is maintaining social order. Adolescents and adults respect authority and follow laws to maintain social order. The post-conventional level typically begins in adolescence, but it could not be reached at all. Stage 5 is social contract and individual rights. Individuals recognize the flexibility of laws and value human rights. Stage 6 is universal principles. Individuals follow self-chosen ethical principles, even if they conflict with laws. Yalom's curative factors, also known as the therapeutic factors in group therapy. The first one is universality. Members realize that they are not alone in their struggles. Altruism. Members gain from giving support to others. Imparting information. Learning from the group leader or other members. Corrective recapitulation of the primary family group. Working through unresolved family conflicts within the group. Socializing techniques. Developing social skills through group interactions. Imitative behavior. Modeling behaviors after the leader or other group members. Interpersonal learning. Gaining insight through the process of interacting with others. Group cohesiveness. Feeling connected and accepted by the group. Catharsis. Emotional release through sharing. Existential factors. Accepting responsibility for one's life. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. First, there are physiological needs, the most basic human needs, including food, water, shelter, and warmth, essential for survival. Next is safety needs, the need for security and protection from physical and emotional harm, including financial stability and health. Next is love and belongingness needs, the desire for intimate relationships, friendships, and social connections to feel accepted and part of a group. Next is esteem needs, the need for self-esteem, respect from others, and a sense of accomplishment and recognition. Last is self-actualization needs, the drive to achieve one's full potential, pursue personal growth, creativity, and self-fulfillment. The psychological response classification system: motor, biological, cognitive, emotional, and social. The steps of program evaluation: specify program objectives, specify program parameters, specify data collection procedures, and collect data and perform the evaluation. The types of reliability: test-retest reliability, observer or inter-rater reliability, internal consistency, and parallel forms. Some types of validity: content validity, construct validity, concurrent validity, predictive validity, and consequential validity. Some threats to internal validity: maturation, history, testing, instrumentation, statistical regression, selection and attrition, and interactions with selections. Some goals of crisis intervention: to relieve the symptoms, to restore clients to a previous level of functioning, to identify factors leading to the crisis, to identify and apply remedial measures, to help the client connect current stressors with past life experiences, and to help develop adaptive coping strategies. Freud's psychosexual stages: the oral stage, 0 to 1 years, pleasure centers on the mouth with activities like sucking and biting. The anal stage, 1 to 3 years, pleasure focuses on controlling bladder and bowel movements. Phallic stage, 3 to 6 years, pleasure centers on the genitals with the Oedipus or Electra complex emerging. The latency stage, age 6 to puberty, sexual impulses are repressed, and children focus on social and intellectual skills. The genital stage, from puberty onward, sexual impulses reawaken, leading to mature sexual relationships. Piaget's cognitive development theory: the sensory motor stage is a period of time between birth and 2 years of age, during which a baby's knowledge of the world is limited to his or her sensory perceptions and motor activities. Behaviors are limited to simple motor responses caused by sensory stimuli. Pre-operational stage: this is ages 2 to 6, during which a child learns to use language. During this stage, children do not yet understand concrete logic, they cannot mentally manipulate information, and they are unable to take the point of view of other people. The concrete operational stage: this is ages 7 to 11, during which a child gains a better understanding of mental operations. Children begin to think logically about concrete events, but have difficulty understanding abstract or hypothetical concepts. The formal operational stage: a period between age 12 to adulthood, when people develop the ability to think about abstract concepts. Skills such as logical thought, deductive reasoning, and systematic planning also emerge during this stage. Bowlby's attachment theory. Bowlby believed that the earliest bonds formed by children with their caregivers have a tremendous impact that continues throughout life. He suggested that attachment also serves to keep the infant close to the mother, thus improving the child's chances of survival. Vygotsky's social cultural theory. Vygotsky's social cultural theory emphasizes the fundamental role of social interaction and culture in cognitive development, asserting that learning is a collaborative process influenced by the tools, language, and experiences provided by one's social environment. According to Vygotsky, cognitive development is not just an individual process, but is deeply embedded in the context of social interactions and cultural norms, with concepts such as the zone of proximal development, the difference between what a learner can do independently and what they can do with guidance, playing a crucial role. Bandura's social learning theory. There's attentional, retention, motor reproduction, and motivational. Group development stages. Forming is the initial stage where group members get to know each other and establish ground rules. Storming is a phase where conflicts may arise as members assert their opinions and roles within the group. Norming is the stage where group cohesion starts to build and members begin to work together more efficiently. Performing. The group becomes fully functional, focusing on achieving goals and working through issues. The adjourning stage. The final stage where the group prepares for termination, reflecting on progress and saying their goodbyes. Types of groups. Psychoeducational groups focus on educating members about specific issues, such as stress management or substance abuse. Therapy groups aim to address deep psychological issues, helping members through exploration and emotional processing. Support groups provide emotional support and share experiences, often for people dealing with similar life challenges. Task or work groups. The focus is on completing a specific task or achieving a common goal, often in organizational settings. Screening versus a full assessment. Screening is a brief assessment tool used to identify potential issues that may require further evaluation. A full assessment is a comprehensive evaluation that includes multiple tests and measures to provide a detailed understanding of the client's issues. Qualitative versus quantitative assessment. Qualitative is non-numeric, descriptive data, often gathered through interviews, observations, and open-ended questions. Quantitative data, numerical data, gathered through standardized tests and questionnaires that can be statistically analyzed. The core conditions of counseling relationship. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of the client, an essential skill in building rapport and facilitating change. Unconditional positive regard, a non-judgmental, accepting attitude that the counselor provides to the client, which helps create a safe environment for self-exploration and growth. Congruence or genuineness, the counselor's authenticity and honesty in the therapeutic relationship, where their outward responses match their internal feelings. Stages of change in the trans-theoretical model. First is pre-contemplation. The client is not yet considering change. Contemplation. The client is aware of the problem, but ambivalent towards change. Preparation. The client is planning to take action soon. Action. The client is actively taking steps to change. Maintenance. The client works to sustain the changes made. Termination. The client has achieved sustained change and is no longer at risk of relapse. Virginia Satir's unhealthy communication styles. Blaming. The person attempts to shift responsibility or fault onto others, often using criticism, accusations, or aggressive language. This stance often reflects underlying feelings of vulnerability or fear. Placating. The individual tries to appease others and avoid conflict by agreeing, apologizing, or being overly accommodating. This stance often arises from a deep-seated fear of rejection or disapproval. Computing, or the super reasonable communication style. The person responds in a detached, overly logical, and unemotional manner, focusing solely on facts and reason. This style is often used to avoid dealing with emotions and to maintain control. Distracting, or irrelevant. The individual attempts to divert attention away from the issue at hand by changing the subject, making jokes, or engaging in unrelated activities. This behavior often stems from anxiety or a desire to escape the discomfort of the situation. Being passive, also known as submissive. The person does not assert themselves and allows others to dominate the conversation or decision-making process, often leading to their own needs being neglected. This style is often driven by a fear of conflict or low self-esteem. So there you have it. That's 25 NCE concepts. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe for more content like this.